This time of year, it's hard to know what to work on because you've got a lot of snow on the ground, projects planned for spring, but not a lot you can start. But today we realized we got a few big pieces of cedar log sitting here, and we're going to need fence posts in the spring. We always need fence posts. They rot, they break, they just need. We always need fencing, so we always need fence posts. And sometimes the post is what slows us down from building good fencing. So today we're going to get this big piece of cedar here, cut it into 6-foot sections and split them into posts. If you haven't seen that done, it's pretty cool. It seems like an impossible task, but you start a couple wedges down at one end and you just start banging on them until the thing splits into 2, then 4, then pretty soon you've got maybe 10 posts out of a piece that big. So that's it. Let's get on it. Whoop. Right there. Perfect. Thank you. We're going to start at this end because this was the end that was dry, and it's got a few cracks in it already, maybe a little rot there, which is typical for cedar. I think if we do this crack, it'll pretty much approximate half that log, and then we can work the top side of it. So let's put a hatchet in there and get that started. And that'll be stuck in there for a while. We have like 5 or 6 different sizes of wedge that we can use. These are just felling wedges. If you haven't seen these, they're just plastic, like a dense plastic wedge. And you just use them when you're felling a tree to ensure that it's falling the right direction. And a lot of times on the back of a tree, you start to do your back cut and the tree starts to go the wrong way. So you can just bang those in and it's amazing. I mean, you can move a 100-foot tree, make it tip the other direction just by banging some of these wedges in. It takes a while, but it works. We're gonna use them today to just keep getting these cracks widened, wider and wider until the whole log just pops into pieces. Now see if you can get that other one out. Yep. And then see if you can start a plastic wedge in that crack. They have a much more obtuse angle. It's easier to swing it underhand like that. It's opening, do you see it? You can really tell when you're smacking the wedge when it stops. Like it's funny how you can sense that type of thing. I don't know if it's the vibration or just the tiny changes in mass, but you can bang on it, and then suddenly you feel, oh, that didn't move at all. And you just move on to the next piece. You see, this is not unusual. You have a secondary crack developing here. You'd think it would follow this line all the way out, because these are called the rays in the grain. They go this way, and you'd think it might just be ready to go, but it's not. Why don't you try to get that in here? Here.
Creaking.
Yeah, it's kicking.
Fun. Man.
It's like Rice Krispies you hit. Nice. I missed it. Can you do it again?
Yeah, let me just get some glue. I'll put it back together.
That's a pretty piece of cedar. The wood will split real easily this direction. That's radially. It doesn't split as well tangentially. So for a big piece like this, we wanted to get 3 posts out of it. You can put a wedge in here and start breaking it out, but it takes a really long time and it's hard to get through, but it just doesn't split that direction. So we decided to cheat a little bit. We put it on our Woodland Mills sawmill and just buzzed off that little wedge. Now we'll split this one down and we'll get 3 posts instead of just 2 weird shaped posts. It's a cheat, but that's why we bought this thing. So that went okay. That log was 20'6", and I didn't measure how wide it was around. I think it's probably about 18 inches diameter, and that yielded 32 posts. So that's a lot of posts. That's going to get us a good ways into our spring project, and it wasn't that much work. I think maybe we spent 2.5, 3 hours on it. So not that bad. Thanks for joining us on the channel. We'll see you on the next one.